Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is it's a luxury haul, but it's a little bit different than what I kind of typically do in terms of my hauls. So it's a case of hitting the refresh button because, as you guys know, I have actually moved to Queensland, and I'm finding that my wardrobe that I had in Sydney is not as diverse as what I pretty much need it to be in Queensland. So it's a little bit of a different haul today, but before I dive into today's video, if you are new to my channel and you love all things luxury and you aren't already subscribed, then I'd love if you would hit the subscribe button below and also the bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. I usually have a weekend upload, and then I might surprise you guys with a midweek upload as well. So I did actually pick up some clothing pieces from FARFETCH. Most of you have probably already heard of FARFETCH. I think, yeah, that most of us sort of have. But if you haven't, I'll fill you in. So FARFETCH is a company that has over 3,000 brands that they sell on their website. And the way that FARFETCH works is that they partner with all different boutiques all over the world that stock an array of, you know, luxury designer brands or designer brands, whatever you want to refer to it as. But then they've also got some other contemporary brands as well. But basically, in a nutshell, they have a multitude of items. They also have pre-loved luxury items as well. So if you are looking for something in particular, chances are FARFETCH are going to have that item. I'm not new to FARFETCH. I actually have bought from them before, so I'm a returning customer essentially. The items that I actually picked up, full disclosure, they did actually reach out to me and issue me a voucher to put towards picking up these items. So I did actually spend a portion of my own money picking up these items, but I am very thrilled that they reached out to me because, yeah, I've shopped on the FARFETCH website before, and I love that I can jump on and pretty much find whatever I'm looking for on their website, especially in terms of like shoes and clothing, because there's just so many designers on that website. But enough of my chit chat. Let me show you what I actually picked out from the FARFETCH website. Also, I'll let you know that all the items that I got did come in boxes as well. So packaging, A+, recyclable boxes too. So these are fully recyclable. They're not like coated in any kind of like plastics or anything like that. They also all come with return labels too, which is very convenient. So FARFETCH does do free returns. So yeah, if something, you know, didn't quite fit you right, which there is a couple of items that I'm kind of like, oh, I'm not sure that this is the right fit for me. So I can take advantage on, you know, with these shipping labels, book a pickup and get them returned. So that's really easy and flexible, especially, you know, in the pandemic. I find that I pretty much only online shop. So, you know, if you're a bit like me and you just prefer online shopping, but you want to be able to try on your stuff at home, then yeah, FARFETCH is definitely the place to check out. So I'll start off with the pieces that I am sure that work for me. So like I was saying at the start of the video, I have picked out pieces that have in mind being more prepared for warmer weather and transitional sort of weather, because it doesn't really get really cold in Queensland. So I've kind of got to pick out pieces that can either be layered or pieces that are really good for like in between, where it might be a little bit of a cooler day but it's not quite cold, and then also pieces that are going to be great for the sunny weather. And the first one is this Isabel Marant hat. Super classic. You can't go wrong with a designer hat. If you guys have, you know, checked into my channel before, I did have a BCC benign skin cancer removed from my forehead. So I'm pretty particular about wearing hats all the time. I wear sunscreen all the time. So yeah. A hat was a must-have sort of piece that I really, you know, needed for being in Queensland now, considering that the weather is pretty much sunny a lot of the time. Actually, one size fits all, and it's adjustable at the back anyway, so you're not going to have like any problems with it, you know, being able to fit your head. They do have some other colors as well. I think they had like pink, like a khaki one or something like that. And then the next item that I picked up are in fact shoes. So it came with a dust bag on the outside of the box, which was really cool. And these shoes are pretty special because they are actually from Off-White. And sadly, as most of the luxury world knows, you know, the designer sphere, sadly, Virgil did pass away. And yeah, gosh, all I can say is like, it feels like it's a case of gone too soon. It seems like a bit surreal because it was just like 1 minute he's here making some bomb-ass designs and just killing it in the fashion industry, and the next minute it was just total shock and he was gone. So it does feel surreal. I feel like with Off-White, I don't know, he just really cemented his place in like that streetwear meets designer industry, like, you know, streetwear, but it was like luxury designer. Adding these was kind of, it was a no-brainer. I did pick up sneakers. They do come with a dust bag. Sneakers, classic kind of neutral colorway. Coincidentally enough, there's a bit of a gray theme happening with my pieces that I picked out. They are kind of like got a little like small sort of platform. They are in like a white kind of canvas. Like they feel like really durable, the canvas, but they are like a fabric. They're essentially a fabric. They aren't leather, so I'm probably gonna have to put some Scotch Guard on them to protect them and try and keep them as clean as possible. But some of the detailing as well, in true Virgil style, it says shoelaces on here. And then it's got a green kind of like a tag. And then on the tag it says here, Off-White, care of Virgil Abloh. And then made on Earth, designed on a plane. And then copyright 2013. So yeah, it's just cool. Like his stuff is just really cool. And then it's got that Off-White logo with the arrows, the X, and this like kind of industrial look that he always sort of does with the stripes. And then again, in true fashion, it says this, that. All the items that I show you will be linked in the description bar down below. So even though I'm not saying the exact style name, it will be linked down below anyway. So, and I do also have a coupon code too, which I'll get to in a moment. Let's show you the last couple of pieces that I picked up. And these are the ones that I'm kind of like, I'm not sure, I might have to send them back and change for a different size or a different style. This one is actually from Reformation. It's just that with this particular item, I got it in a size medium, which is my true size. It fits me, but I just feel like around that bust area, it's a little bit like kind of like squidging happening, and I feel like if it was a bit more like balanced down at the ends, like, and it kind of maybe peplumed out a little bit more, it would like make your eye not really look so much in that area, kind of would give you more of a silhouette. And then the last item that I picked up is actually in fact a dress. Now this is from Self Portrait. I have bought from Self Portrait before via FARFETCH. Usually their stuff is like pretty girly, but this one's a little bit more like casual. It's kind of more my sort of like, you know, a bit more of my style that I can kind of incorporate. And then it's got the padded shoulders on it. So this would be really cool. I feel like this whole outfit with this hat, and you're gonna see me styling it anyway, you know, on the screen. And then these shoes are just gonna be like a complete outfit right there. Like they're just totally gonna go together. It's a whole like gray look happening. But the only thing with this is that I feel like because it's got the shoulder pads, I probably should have gone like down a size. I took like a size 12, which is kind of my true size. I'm a bit between a 10 and a 12 at the moment. Yeah, I think that maybe I need to go down a size. I feel like it's a little bit looser on this, a little bit loose on the sides, and because it's got that padded shoulder effect, it's already going to make you look a little bit more broad up top. And the last thing you kind of want is like a loose look when you're already like a curvy person, because I'm not like stick thin or anything like that. I'm not skinny or anything. I'm curvaceous. Too much of a loose fabric hanging around, it's just not going to do me any favors. So I probably will more than likely send this back and then just exchange it for the size down for a size 10. So FARFETCH is bringing them to you, making it simple and making it easy to be able to buy online all the designers under the sun, all the luxury fashion under the sun, handbags, shoes, everything like that. But I do have an exclusive discount code that you guys can use to get 10% off on the FARFETCH website. So the code is POF10YT, and it is for orders over 150 USD, and you do have to be a new customer. All the details are going to be in the description bar down below. Some brands may not work with this coupon code, so just bear that in mind, but there is a multitude of designers on that website. Like I said, some of the designers I would actually say to have a look at if you are looking to, you know, add some, you know, designer ready to wear. For me, I'm really keen to check out Dion Lee. I've been looking at some of their designs and they've got this really cool like cutout sort of thing with their designs. I think that it's really, really nice. And then there's Helmut Lang, if that's how you say it. I don't know. But yeah, kind of similar vibe as well to Dion Lee. A little bit more casual. I feel like Dion Lee has more designs that you can kind of wear for like evening, whereas Helmut Lang's got a little bit more like of a casual sort of vibe. So I'm really loving both of those designers at the moment. I contemplated getting some pieces from them, but then I really wanted to pick out items that I felt were going to be very versatile to incorporate in my lifestyle and then work with, like, you know, being hotter weather and that sort of thing. And then also they've got Paco Rabanne, which I'm wearing a Paco Rabanne shirt right now, and you can find Paco Rabanne on the FARFETCH website. All the details are going to be in the description bar down below. Don't forget it's code POF10YT, 10% off. It's probably only going to be valid for a certain period of time. I'm not 100% sure how long. Okay, let's move on to the other items that are in this haul. Before I get onto the Hermes items, which I didn't get from FARFETCH, mind you, I wanted to show you something else that I picked up recently, and this is actually available on the FARFETCH website as well, and it's Longchamp. So Longchamp, I feel like a lot of people are pretty familiar with. They are well known for their tote bags. And I picked this up before I even came to Queensland. I pretty much bought it to be like my travel bag, and it was such a savior to use this on the plane because I was lugging pretty much my life in our luggage because we couldn't drive up to Queensland due to like the border restrictions and that sort of thing. This was a fantastic bag for me to be able to use as like my handbag, so that way I could fit more inside. I actually transported my my small, yes, my small, not my mini, my small cocoa handle inside this Longchamp tote. So it was fantastic to use, and then it folds up, it's waterproof, that sort of thing. And the price point on Longchamp is so cheap anyway. So if you're looking for like just an easygoing sort of like tote to use for like going on the airplane, you don't want to use like, you know, a crazy expensive designer bag on the airplane because you're probably gonna have to chuck it under the seat. Probably not the best idea to be using like your super expensive handbag on the airplane. Like if you are going to carry it, put it inside something like a Longchamp bag or something like that. Okay, so I do have a few items that I picked up from Hermes. Like I said, I didn't get these from the FARFETCH website. I did actually buy them from Hermes online, and then I got them from my personal shopper. And then a couple items I actually got from popping into the store and having a look at them. So I'm going to start off with what's in these boxes here. We'll start off with this first one, which is going to be a pretty obvious sort of thing what it is. So for those who are pretty familiar with Hermes, all their silk twillies come in this sort of box. So yeah, it is a silk twilly. I think this is called the jumping twilly if I'm not mistaken. But I got this to actually match with my Gris Asphalt Kelly. It's kind of got like a gris sort of beigey base to it, and I thought that would really go well with Gris Asphalt. I already have a lot of twillies, and now I have another one to match with my bag. Probably just need some more bags now to match all my twillies with, because I have more twillies than bags. Okay, the next piece that I got, twilly, I think it was $300 if I'm not mistaken. The twillies have had like increases. I know that they definitely had an increase, so I think it was like $300 or $305. Something like that. But the Hermes increase was actually pretty normal and reasonable for a luxury increase. They do one, like sometimes they do a sneaky increase middle of the year, but usually it's only one increase a year at the very beginning of the year. And typically they just increase from like 2% to 5%. But then there was one year where they did like a big increase of like 11%. And I think that was in 2019. But since then, they've just done standard sort of inflation increases from that 1 to 5%, which I feel like, you know, compared to the other brands, it's pretty reasonable for like, you know, it's still luxury. It's still very expensive, you know, but like when you think about it, you know, in terms of luxury, at least Hermes kind of makes more sense with the way that they kind of increase their prices, but based on like inflation and that sort of thing. So yeah, little item inside. Now I had to get this because of the color. I love this color. It is beautiful. And I got the mini Rival bracelet. So this is actually a newer release for Hermes. Before they had like just the standard Rival, which was a little bit thicker than that. It's probably about that thick. So now they've got a mini version. And then they've also got a mini Kelly double tour. Yeah, a little mini, they've got a mini Kelly double tour as well, which wraps around your wrist twice. So that's why it's called the double tour. So yeah, mini Raval. I got it with rose gold hardware. It's in Swift leather and the color is mauve. It's a beautiful pinky purpley sort of color. Oh, speaking of the color mauve, if you watch my videos before, I did have a mauve Constance Slim, which unfortunately actually had some issues with it. There was like these little black dots on that Constance Slim that looks like it kind of maybe was like, I don't know, it was weird. And it was really tiny, you could hardly see it. It was so minor, but to me it was bothersome. So yeah, I wasn't happy with it, so I sent that back, and I've never been able to get another Constance Slim ever since. But you know, it's probably for the best, because I kind of feel like the Constance Slim is not exactly the most practical of small leather goods, and it was very expensive. I think it's better to just spend more money and get like the Constance to go at least, because it, you know, it fits more, it can fit a phone and that sort of thing. So that is it on my wrist, and this is in the size T2. Yeah, I got it in the T2, which is essentially like the small size. So it's not the smaller size, it's the small one. And I think that the size of this really suits very well on my wrist. So yeah, I love this color mauve. I think that I may even like this more than Rose Sakura. So I've definitely got my eye on, you know, potentially adding a mauve bag to my collection in the future. But I'm kind of like umming and ahhing if I want to get like a pop of color, or if I want to go for another neutral Hermes bag, because I feel like going neutral is very, very safe. And there is a particular bag that I've been wanting to get for quite a while. It's been on my wish list since like 2018, and I'm feeling like maybe I'm going to pull the trigger on it now. So I'm not sure if mauve will be joining my bag collection just yet. I will see. We'll see what I'm kind of feeling. I don't know. It's a big decision to make, because like, you know, Hermes bags, when you are looking at like, you know, the Birkin, the Kelly, the Constance, they're not cheap. So yeah, but I'm very happy with this. I have them now. I still have at least a mauve piece in my collection. And I do have one more item to show you. Is probably another giveaway as well, what it sort of is, because it's in a box that a lot of us are pretty familiar with. And I got, for a very good deal, mind you, actually, because I said to you that I got some pieces from my personal shopper, and this is one of them. And yes, it is a mauve Rodeo. It's in the PM size. I know that these bag charms are pretty darn useless when you think about it, because they just kind of hang on your bag, but I'm loving this color. And it does have, I think that this is, I don't know if it's Bleu de Malt or something like that, or I'm not 100% sure. I know that the brown is rouge, the rouge Celia is the brown part, and then this is mauve, but I think, I'm not sure of the blue, it might be Bleu de Malt or something, I can't remember. But yeah, I got this from my personal shopper, and it ended up being under the Australian retail price, which is a big cha-ching, because these are so hard to get in Australia. I stalked the online store like crazy, and I haven't been able to get a Rodeo in so long from the online store. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy I managed to get it from her for a very, very good deal, because the European retail price is much less anyway. So I do have just a couple more pieces. Those were really the big ticket items. So if you click out now, that's totally fine. No, don't click out. No, it's okay if you want to click out. So I have some nail polish pieces. So if you've seen my what I got for Christmas video, I picked out some Hermes beauty items that I've been wanting to try for so long, and my husband got me some nail polishes, and I'm already wearing them now. So at the moment I'm wearing the Rouge H color. It's 2 coats, and then I've used the top coat as well. Look, I feel like I kind of did a bit of a bodgy job with painting them, so it has chipped a little bit, which I'm not like all that, like, you know, I kind of would have rather that it, you know, lasted a bit longer, but I'm not sure. It might have just been me. So I want to kind of give it a little bit more of a go, because when I used the Rose Incarnate one, that actually lasted longer on me. Like, I felt like I got a good week out of that. So I picked up, this time around, I picked up a yellow color. That's it there. I think it's, what's it called? Jaune Imperial. Yeah, that's what it's called. Jaune Imperial. So these colors aren't actually like exactly Hermes leather colors, and that's why I really don't recognize a lot of them. Some of them are leather colors, but then some of them just are not, and they're just newly named colors. Like this gives me like jaune amber vibes, but it's called Jaune Imperial. So it's like a mustardy sort of yellow. Like I said in that other video, the Hermes nail polishes are expensive, but they are very luxe. You are just paying for the packaging, that's for sure. I have been impressed with the longevity of them so far. I don't foresee myself having a multitude of the nail polishes. I do already have a decent amount of like Chanel nail polishes as well. So I kind of feel like unless they kind of release some colors that I'm like really like, and I don't find any alternative at Chanel, I would still add the Hermes nail polishes. And that's pretty much why I picked up these, because I didn't see any colors like this in the Chanel nail varnish range. So I was like, you know what, I'm pretty impressed with the polishes from Hermes, so give them more of a go. And they've got some really cool colors. This one is Ecosis, however you say it. Again, not a color that is on leather or anything, and it's a really nice green. It kind of gives me the Vert Bosmore, however you spell it. It really kind of looks like that in my opinion. It's like a tealy sort of green. So yeah, these are the two new Hermes nail polish colors that I've added. They have a really great range of nail polish. So if you're looking for some very specific sort of like colors, and you want nail polish that's going to last a pretty decent long time, if you have fussy nails like me that just are pretty uncooperative, you probably find that these are maybe the best that you'll ever use in terms of nail polish. Which is a good thing, because even though they cost a lot of money, you want to be able to get your worth out of them. I don't feel like they're worth their price point, that's for sure. But when you think about it, neither is like Chanel and Dior. They're all expensive for nail polish when you could just get like something like Essie. But it's a personal preference thing. Whereas like I use something like Essie, it doesn't last long my nails. Like I'll get like 2 days out of it, that sort of thing. But is the price point more worth it like these ones than that? No, I don't feel so. For me, I don't have time to just sit and do my nails all the time. So I want them to last longer. So really, I'm paying more of a price for them just for the longevity. But I don't feel like that, you know, the versus Essie versus Hermes, I don't feel like it's like, you know, 20 times better or anything like that. I don't feel like these polishes are 20 times better than like buying Essie nail polishes or something. But yeah, that is it. That's all the items that I picked up from FARFETCH and Hermes. Don't forget to open the description bar down below. And on cue, my son is starting to scream and talk. He's actually talking and singing to the television right now. But yeah, don't forget to open up the description bar down below, and all the details for that FARFETCH coupon will be down below, and all the items that I bought will be linked down below. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Over 3,000 in... and you can't like even Nike. So did you notice I said the word Nike? In Australia we just call it Nike. You can actually get a few Hermes items that I'm going to show you.